My name's Jack Yarbrough. I'm a pianist, originally from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm currently in Boston. I'm getting a master's degree at Boston Conservatory. So next year will be my final year. So yeah, I'm in Boston over the summer, just trying to practice as much as I can at home, time being. I um, I got into music when I was around 10. So public education in Alabama is pretty dismal. Um, so the only good school in my area was a public art school, like a magnet school, and so my mom taught computer science there. So it was just natural that I was expected to apply there. So really, learning music was a large part in order to get into the school,
Mhm.
and yeah, it sort of goes from there. I fell in love with it and um, became my sole focus.
Did you start on piano?
Yeah, I did. Um, I think I took one violin lesson, but yeah, piano's always been my
I think
instrument.
everyone has got the I took one violin lesson story. I don't think it's an uncommon. How does music fit into your life? I mean, what's important to you as a musician? I mean, what is the thing that makes you want to be a musician?
Yeah, for me, there's nothing better than performing, which is obviously difficult now. But for me, I have the most, powerful sort of existential artistic experiences in concert halls, in not necessarily concert hall, but in performance situation. Music is so powerful for me because it's sort of abstract medium that allows people to come together and experience time passing.
Mm.
Um, and so I get such, you know, great experiences out of concert hall. I just want to share that with people. I want to give people that experience myself. So that's what pushes me to do music.
It sounds like the act of performing for you is this. It's a creative act in a very different way. You actually are not just creating the music, I mean, performing the music, and but you're also creating a space where you can share with others this experience together.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It For me, there's just regardless of what obviously the sound is very important, but um, it's just for me, it's just a powerful experience of just people coming together and in this one moment of time and experiencing this one thing together. That's so obviously the music we do has a limited audience, but it's still this act of sharing that is just so yeah, it keeps me going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's powerful. Is there something outside of music or something that's non-musical that you were really attached to or that you enjoy in a way that may or may not connect with your creative life?
Yeah, it's a difficult question because especially when we're in school, um, we're kind of put into this mindset that if we aren't sort of being productive and producing all the time, that what are we even doing with our lives? So it's hard to live a holistic life when you're really focused on this one thing. But for me, just engaging with other mediums is really important.
Okay.
Um, I'm not I'm not a big proponent of like mixed media necessarily. It's just I can learn a lot from film, for example. I'm a huge film fan, so just watching the films of Andrei Tarkovsky, for example, and seeing how he captures time there, I can bring that over into music, and it helps me understand and to bring music in a much more sort of full lens.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing with visual art. The Lucio Fontana, for example,
Mhm.
is a very powerful artist for me. Again, he's creating space and negative space, and kind of taking these aesthetic concepts into music is very enlightening for me.
Yeah, I remember in a session we had a couple of weeks ago where the notion of space came up in the conversation, and here it is again.
Yeah.
And space, the actual physical, the concept of space, the creation of space seems. I mean, it seems like this is not just central, but it might actually even be the the center of a lot of what you are doing and pursuing.
Yeah, certainly. And so well, yeah, when it brings over to music, I'm particularly interested in music with long duration or extremely short duration. Um, Working with Corey, we somehow got on the topic of Webern very fast, and we're both drawn to music that takes its time, but there's also something very powerful and something so succinct that you have to pay attention to every detail. For example.
Yeah. Um, I just wanted to ask if there's something particularly important or vital, or yeah, maybe something that's really important to you as you move forward in today's world.
Um, well, we're all facing this pandemic together, separately, in a sense. Um, and for me, it's really important. It's been important for me, at least, to just spend this time learning and growing as much as I can, um, so that we can hopefully emerge somewhat stronger as people and as a society and as, a sort of, group of musicians, people, etc. Um, it's, yeah, I think uh, these times have revealed um, a lot of ills in our sort of our professional prospects. It's shown that the whole freelance life is unsustainable when when we can't freelance, when there's something that's stopping us, like COVID is. So for me, just listening to other voices and just taking time to grow and reflect is important, so that hopefully we can make our corner of the world a better place once this is done with.
Yeah. Well, we will see. As I keep saying, this will end. We just don't know how it will end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to hearing you perform later on in the conference.
Thank you. Thank you, Kurt.